Overnight, northern parts of the country saw inches of snowfall, but it seems there might not be an end to these winter wonderland conditions.
In case you missed it since coming to college, the Scholastic Book Fair is coming to Kent. We'll show you where you can find it in just a moment.
With the semester coming to end, some students are showcasing their New York City quality work in a newly opened exhibit on campus.
And we will soon see National Guard troops on the ground in New Orleans. We'll have this and more as your KSTV newscast at 6 starts now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County, and thank you so much for joining us for the last Tuesday newscast of the semester. I'm Nikki Gajeski.
And I'm Gage Wellman. We start tonight looking back on a major event in Kent history.
That's right, Gage. Today officially marks the 3-year anniversary of the start of the West Mill Fire in downtown Kent. The fire and explosion damaged multiple buildings before 6 different fire departments arrived on the scene to help put out the blaze.
On Facebook today, the Kent Fire Department posted a heartfelt thank you to the Kent community for the support commemorating the day.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
We continue with weather updates on the inches of snow northern states have seen.
CNN's Maribel Gonzalez has more on these snowfall totals and their effect nationally.
If you don't need to be out, don't. This message from the Ohio Department of Transportation on Facebook as crews work to clear snow-covered roads on Tuesday. The third winter storm in a week dumped several inches of snow across parts of the Midwest and slowed travel to a crawl. In Missouri on Monday, road conditions turned hazardous with reports of hundreds of crashes and stranded drivers. One driver in St. Louis pleading people to drive cautiously.
Just get in line. Today is not the day. Just get in line. Because you're going to squeeze in, you're going to hit something, you're going to slide, hit another car. It's just not worth it.
A 21-year-old driver died when their car overturned Monday evening northwest of Jefferson City in a storm-related incident, according to State Highway Patrol. Tuesday morning, crews de-iced planes in Rochester, New York. The storm is set to strengthen rapidly into a bomb cyclone and slam the Northeast later this week.
We've got this term, a bomb cyclone. It's just a rapidly intensifying low-pressure system that often happens off the East Coast, and it can be destructive at times.
Actual air temperatures are forecast to plunge into double digits below zero as far south as Iowa and Nebraska come Thursday morning. Yet some staying safe at home see the snow as an opportunity. One man sculpts it into art in Wisconsin.
Every one is my favorite one that I make. This is my favorite now.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
Moving locally, Portage County saw between 1 to 3 inches of snow.
To learn more about the current forecast, we go to Lillian Drabick, who is here with us. Hi, Lillian.
Hey, guys. That is right. We did see some snow this morning. We saw some snow come in last night at around 10.
Yeah.
And it just kept piling up and piling up. So if you'll notice, if you drove to school today, those road conditions were icy.
Oh, I agree.
Definitely.
Right?
I drive with precaution.
All right. So looking further at today, so the temperature overall today was 30 degrees. We saw a little bit of snow throughout the day, but it was most of the snowfall came from last night. You had a north-northwest wind of about 5 miles per hour, so not too windy today. That wasn't blowing all the snow around today. Humidity of about 84%, so it did snow today, so you'll see that water as a frozen form. And then you'll see tonight is a waxing gibbous moon. All right, let's take a look at tonight. So tonight it's just going to keep cooling down. It's just going to get in the upper 20s. At 8 p.m. we have a 29 degrees and then 24% chance of rain tonight. But that chance of rain just kind of keeps going down as you go later on as the temperature goes down. Well, I hope that you are all warmer than I was, but don't flake out on me yet. There's still more time to come. There's still more weather to come, so stay tuned to look at your week ahead.
Thank you, Lillian. Now, Gage, I feel like you and I both can agree this weather makes me want to curl up with a good book.
I definitely agree with that, Nikki. Love a good book. And to help us inside our studio, a reporter, Casey Baylog, visited an on-campus book fair.
The book fair is said to be a throwback to Scholastic Book Fair days. And Casey, that sure sounds like fun.
That's right, guys. While finals can be overwhelming, here at Kent in the IRC at Whitehall, from now to December 11th, the Scholastic Book Fair will be open. There they are selling a variety of items. Ethan Montoya, a junior who worked at the book fair, talked to me about how special the book fair is.
I think the Scholastic Book Fair is like a great way to alleviate pressure for a lot of students. A lot of kids, like students, associate it with their childhood. So coming in, you hear a lot of people like gasp or like their eyes light up and stuff like that because they're excited to see the stuff that they grew up.
The book fair takes up the whole room and it's filled with fun books for kids and adults. Along with the books, there's also toys and school supplies. Another worker there mentioned how visiting the book fair will help combat stress from exams.
It can definitely help distract them from it and release it in like a healthy way rather than like scrolling on TikTok or something. So it really like helps you distract yourself from anything that's like stressful.
Anyone is able to stop by and purchase with either cash or card during the weekdays from 9:30 to 7:30. For KSTV, I'm Casey Baylog.
Thank you, Casey. Kent State School of the Arts has exhibitions and galleries across campus and Kent.
One gallery sits right in the KSU library and has a new collection on its walls. Reporter Talia Milwich has more on the new exhibit.
Thanks, guys. A Gift in Ink opened in the Missioner Gallery yesterday and will be up for view until June.
You don't have to go far to see a range of quality works from modern and contemporary artists. A Gift in Ink is a free exhibit of artwork given to the School of Art from the New York Print Club.
This was a gift that came to us through someone who had was aware of the collection through shows and different things, from over the years.
Turner runs the 8 gallery spaces for the School of Art and their collection.
We had a different show slated and they reached out.
He accepted these pieces after hearing about them in August.
It takes about, 6 weeks to get a show like this together.
The School of Art houses about 30 shows a year, including ones featuring student work. The gallery the exhibit is at has its own history to it.
James Michener wrote a book about the May 4th shootings and donated all the proceeds for his book to the School of Art to help buy work for the collection.
They were then able to use those proceeds to buy more work each year.
That space is really interesting because it's something that not just shows what a teaching collection is, but it shows part of the history of the school, and by school I mean the university, and also the obviously the School of Art as well.
The gallery is located on the 2nd floor of the library and is open during all library hours.
Thank you, Talia. Over the last few months, President Trump deployed National Guards to various cities. Now Trump announced guards will be coming to New Orleans over safety concerns.
New details on the case against Luigi Mangione revealed in court this week. What we know coming up.
Songs, even if they're bad, hundreds and hundreds of them, just to find a good one. Yeah. And then
I've been in this long enough. I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Knowing that you're basically like there and being
with that, but it has a special place in my heart. I grew up watching it so much. Have you guys seen it?
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Know it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Did you know that children growing up with poor air quality have smaller lungs and higher rates of asthma than children that grow up with good air quality? And unfortunately, poor communities have poor air quality. IQ Air Foundation is working to change this Today, the IQ Air Foundation provides filtration technology to schools with poor air quality through our Clean Air for Kids program. Our goal is to help over 50,000 school children every year breathe over 90% cleaner air indoors, helping to level the playing field, reduce barriers to learning, reduce sick days, and increase test scores. Mitigating poor air quality is key to environmental justice. Help Clean Air for Kids reach more children at IQAirFoundation.org.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. We continue with updates in last Wednesday's National Guardsman shooting in D.C., including the charges the suspect is facing.
For these updates, we turn to our correspondent, Cole Jones. Hi, Cole.
Hi, guys. That's right. Today, the alleged shooter of 2 National Guard members near the White House pleaded not guilty as he is currently held without bail. Investigators claim suspect Ramanula Lockenwall shot 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C., resulting in 1 fatal injury and 1 death on November 26th. Lockenwall's lawyer argued he has no criminal record and should be released, but prosecutors denied this reason based on the seriousness of the charges. The judge ordered him held without bail, stating Lockenwall poses a danger to the community. According to Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, President Trump will deploy the National Guard in Louisiana in 2 weeks. He alleged the Guardsmen will be placed in New Orleans and other cities to combat crime. They'll be present through Mardi Gras, serving as security, as they did with the Bayou Classic, another New Orleans annual festival held over Thanksgiving weekend. On September 2nd, the U.S. military strike on an alleged Venezuelan drug boat preceded the death of 2 survivors, resulting in heavy concern from Congress as the White House confirmed the boat was struck twice, possibly constituting a war crime.
We make sure that commanders on the ground are their positions are taken into account, and they are able to tell us and make decisions if they see things that need to be flagged. But at the end of the day, the Secretary and the President are the ones directing these strikes, and any follow-on strikes like those which were directed by Admiral Bradley, the Secretary 100% agrees with.
The Trump administration has defended this series of boat strikes, stating that they were a necessary tactic to stop the flow of narcotics from South America. But U.S. officials have not provided specific evidence that the vessels contained drugs or posed a threat to the U.S. The U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth claimed the U.S. had full right to attack, stating the strike was a measure of protection for the U.S. citizens.
There's simply no clear indication that an adequate investigation has begun as yet. Shredders may be going, evidence may be destroyed. We need to demand that it be preserved. And there's no indication that we're going to see an effective, prompt, penetrating investigation.
A governmental official stated they had no knowledge of the second strike, while others championed for strikes adding on to 20 boats between September and mid-November. For KSTV, I'm Cole Jones.
Thank you, Cole. For more national news, we turn to the ongoing court proceedings of Luigi Mangione. Mangione appeared in court for a pretrial hearing concerning the murder of healthcare CEO Brian Thomas. His representations aimed to throw away some key evidence in the case, saying it was illegally obtained, but new details will be featured. Some include a call to the McDonald's manager and an officer's testimony. The hearing is expected to last a few days.
Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno wants to get rid of dual citizenship in the United States, despite the fact that he was born in Colombia. Moreno introduced legislation that would require Americans to exclusively be U.S. citizens. This bill could potentially affect First Lady Melania Trump and her son Barron, who both have citizenship in the United States and Slovenia.
Informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
My time outside makes me want to join the black squirrels and hibernate, but the snow must go on. So let's get into what the rest of your week is going to look like. But first, let's take a look at our statewide temperatures. So all around the board here, 30 degrees. It's below freezing, so it's a little chilly tonight. Athens 30, Cincinnati 30, Columbus up here in the middle, chilly 28, and then up in Toledo, even worse, 25 due to that lake. And then Pittsburgh and Akron Canton, both at that 30 degrees. All right, let's take a look at the northeast corner of Ohio. Again, all upper 20s or 30. So very, very similar temperatures all around here. It's going to be a cold night, that's for sure. So let's take a look at your week ahead. It's also going to be a colder week. We are into the winter month now. It's December. No more of that 80 degrees in October and November. We are now in the 20s and 30s. Wednesday, you're going to get 28 degrees with a low of 10 degrees. So make sure you're bundled up for that day, as well as Thursday, 28 and 10 degrees. Friday, it's going to warm up a little bit to freezing, 32, and a low of 21. You might see some rain later in the week, but it's very low chances of rain and snow throughout the week, but it is going to be cold. And then until you see on next Tuesday, you do have a 59% chance of snow next Tuesday. But the rest of the week, you're going to look at some clouds, partly cloudy weather with very cold temperatures. So be sure to stay warm and cozy this week. The cold weather is going to be unbelievable. Thanks for letting me deliver your weather updates, Portage County. It's been a real treat. For KSTV, I'm Lillian Drabick.
Another week of NFL football has come and gone, this time a matchup in Foxborough. We give you the details on the Patriots' 10th straight win.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Can you help me?
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Guardians pitchers accused of assisting in swaying sports bets are going to face a May trial date.
Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz have been confirmed to face this trial date on May 4th, and prosecutors anticipate the trial could last over 2 weeks.
Initially, a February hearing was proposed, but both the prosecutors and defense lawyers pushed for the spring date.
Before the May hearing, Clase, Ortiz, and their teams are due back in court on January 15th. Now we go to Evan Schofield, our sports reporter, for his thoughts on the future hearing. Evan?
Thanks for the last name, Gage. And what's up, guys? Yes, this is a hearing that needs to happen. And frankly, I think the allegations will stand and they will ultimately face jail time. Definitely an unfortunate event for players on the younger to mid sides of their careers. But We are going to move to plenty of sports nationally, headlines galore, but let's start with the men's basketball team here at Kent State. The men's basketball team returns to the MAC tomorrow night, looking to extend their winning streak to 8 games after a record-setting 123-59 victory over Penn State Shenango Saturday. The Flashes, now 7-1, face a 4-3 Austin Peay team that forces over 17 turnovers per game. Wednesday also marks the official MAC at 75 anniversary celebration, commemorating the arena's first game back in 1950. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus and Fox Sports Radio 1350. Staying on the hardwood, senior forward Delrico Gillespie was recently named the USBWA Oscar Robertson Trophy Mid-Major Player of the Month. Now, I know that sounds long, but it's quite significant. In all 8 games of the season, Gillespie has secured a double-double in each of the games that he's played in, leading the nation in double-doubles. Gillespie leads the Flashes in scoring with 19.5 points per game and averaging 12.8 rebounds per game as well. You can say he's had a pretty good November, so congratulations to him. Now, the NFL playoff race is heating up, but so are individual stat leaders as we near the end of the NFL regular season. One person I wanted to shout out was Defensive Player of the Year frontrunner Myles Garrett, who is having quite the season for the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns only have 3 wins on the year, but Garrett leads the league in sacks with 19. For reference, the NFL regular season record is 22.5, co-held by Michael Strahan and TJ Watt. Garrett faces the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, so it will be interesting to see if the record is broken in only Week 14. Taking you from the Browns to Foxborough, Massachusetts, Gillette Stadium. Drake May and the Patriots have won 9 in a row, looking to add that, go to 10 here. And what a giant way to start here for their special teams. This will be cornerback Marcus Jones for the Patriots. He's going to take it all the way, breaking tackles for a 94-yard punt return. Pat's special teams has been on fire, and they just continue here in this one. There is a hyped-up Mike Vrabel heading back to the Patriots on 1st and goal. A Kayshon Boutte touchdown from May, his 6th touchdown of the year, 17-0 Patriots. Now Jackson Dart back in the lineup from injury. Going to hit Darius Slayton here. He's had a good year, and 41 yards on the night for him. 7-17 Patriots, making this kind of a game here until we get to the next drive where Drake May just gonna have time in the pocket, lob a ball to the left, end zone. He has his man Kyle Williams for the touchdown. May had a great night, 282 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 24-7 to score. And how about this from the Giants? Devin Singletary, keeps it, and he gets a touchdown on that. What a play call from the Giants. 14-30 now the score. Impressive, but way too late for the Giants. Patriots won 10 in a row, lead their division. Final score is 33-15. The Patriots remain in the driver's seat for the 1 seed in the AFC, but that is all I have for you for sports this semester. For more, check out all the Kent Stater on all socials and check out the final overtime airing this Friday at 7. For KSTV, I'm Evan Schofield.
Thanks, Evan. We're preparing to say goodbye to our very own Nikki Kajeski. Nikki's senior goodbye will be after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. And for more than 100 years, American Humane has been protecting animals in times of crisis. And if you're like me, your pet means the world to you, and you want to keep them safe if disaster strikes. American Humane's first responders are always prepared to rescue animals in danger, but you can also help. To learn more about disaster planning and keeping your animals safe, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hey there, welcome to Kent Core.
Kent Core.
To Kent Core.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
Students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
Okay, this feels surreal, but now it's my time to say goodbye. For KSTV News First, I'd like to thank my parents, grandparents, and my sister for all of their endless support. My twin sister, Adriana, has been on KSTV a few times, so she's a familiar face. Adriana, most importantly, I've lived my entire life with you by my side. I'm so thankful to have you in my life. I was thinking about how I saw Wicked with her in New York, and how I saw Wicked Part 2 with her recently. Adriana, you've changed me for good. There she is. Thanks, Mom, for passing down your dreams of being a TV news reporter to me. Dad, thank you for all your help. I swear in a past life you were a cameraman. My grandpa has always been the first to support me, but that's not entirely true, as my uncle did it first when I wrote my first fake piece of news when I was 5 years old. I miss you. For our viewers, this past semester I served as anchor, reporter, and broadcast manager. Thank you, Anthony, for seeing that potential in me. And to Tyler, Joe, and David, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your help. Additionally, I interned at Fox 8's Friday Night Touchdown this semester. And I'd like to thank Nick, Hen, PJ, John, JT, Anthony, Michael, and my surrogate grandfather, Lou Maglio, for helping me out and always encouraging me. Nariad, you were such a role model to me, and I credit you so much with all my growth as a reporter. To this Tuesday crew, you're also bright, caring people. I'm so grateful I got to spend the entire semester with each of you. Special thanks to my co-anchor and KSTV little brother, Gage. Now, Gage, you better continue the Friday Night Touchdown internship position. I'm counting on you. I'd like to thank some off-camera friends. Hayden, we've been on 3 newscasts together. You've been a rock for me, and you're going to make Disney more magical. Sydney, you are my Savannah Guthrie, and I constantly love seeing you achieve everything. Lillian, you're a powerhouse, and I look up to you so much. Thank you for being my strength, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do as news director. Kaylee and Claire, my girls. KSTV brought us together, and I'll always have the 2 of you forever. So many people have come into my life and assisted me. So I'd like to give a shout out to Savannah, my digital other half. Lauren, Yaz, Megan, Kayla, Liv, Erin, Abby, Sophia, Ari, and Ella. There's only one thing left to say, and I did promise this. Today is where my book begins, and the rest is still unwritten.
Wow. That was fantastic, Nikki. Thank you so much on behalf of.
I didn't cry though. We had a tally. We had a tally.
Of all
it's
you
gonna
in
hit
there
me.
who bet not cry, I bet
Evan.
cry. So that's my fault. I've seen too many people cry in these things over the years. So I guess.
Dom O'Brien cried. I miss you, Dom. I thought of you as well.
This is true.
It doesn't feel real being here and saying this is my last time. Like, I feel like I'm going to come back next week and be like, hi, everyone.
Well, Nikki, on behalf of everyone, thank you so much for being an amazing friend.
Thank you, Gage, so much. I have so many memories. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Portage County, for everything. And for the last time, I'm Nikki Kajeski.
And I'm Gage Wellman.
We should do this together. Have a great night, Portage County.
solo stage where the player spends most of it being hunted down by Infinite. The weapon that performed the best here was the Drill Wisp. Its ability to...
He finally is like, I get it now. I get it. I have worth because I'm me. And I really liked it a lot. Like, I'm not...
What are you staring at? How do you know it's me? No.